You can sit in here, relax, watch television, or read a book, a paper. It's a nice place to just be comfortable.
Okay, awesome. It was built in what year then? What's that?
1899.
Okay, cool.
So this is the ash room.
Very pretty. Somebody's name is on the bed. It says Cassie. So sweet.
We went for a cozy look, not overdone.
Oh, beautiful.
Just something comfortable.
Yeah, comfortable. Trust me, we've stayed a few places. We have stayed a few places on this trip.
I bet you have.
And that looks cozy.
Okay, so this is the oak room.
Okay. This is where I will be staying, ladies and gentlemen, this evening. Absolutely beautiful. Wow, it's gorgeous.
So you have a nice view of the grounds from all of the rooms. And the state park is actually our backyard. So.
You are so good at decorating. This is adorable.
Thank you.
How adorable.
This is the holly room.
You can see the whole of Toad Hall glowing in the evening sunshine.
Unless you guys want to switch, it doesn't matter. Wherever you feel to be comfy.
Beautiful.
So
This is
cute.
the holly room. This faces the front of the house and the north side of the house. So it faces the waterfall.
You know what I'm really loving about Maine so far is the weather.
Yes.
I mean, it was so hot and humid in other places. It's in the 80s, and it just felt so good.
It's usually, I mean, even though it's the middle of July, you'll find that tonight, if we sit outside, you might need a little jacket. It gets down around the 50s, 60s at night here.
I'm
It's
not
wonderful.
against that in the summertime.
No, me either.
I'm
It's
just not.
wonderful. These last few days are probably the hottest days we've had here so far. So, summer finally came to Maine, but it is a much different climate, and I love it.
But it's great, especially during the summer when you want to get a break from all of that.
Yes.
A lot of people don't like being in that heat.
You have to really like heat to want to live in it, and it was actually another consideration for why I moved up here. I needed a cold climate. So,
How do you feel in the winter with that?
it's a very cold climate.
For a
very cold climate.
For a very long time.
You have to really like snow to live here in the winter. So, but it's beautiful. As beautiful as it is in the summer is as beautiful as it is in the winter. So.
Right. How is it getting around? I mean, I'm sure they're so adept at keeping the roads because they're used to it.
They are, but you do need a four-wheel drive.
Well, yeah, because everything's steep.
Yeah, you are going to need a four-wheel, and some parts of Maine are utterly treacherous in the winter, but not Camden. So come on up.
Camden is so cute.
It's adorable. And this is the big bathroom.
Now we're
Oh,
talking.
wow.
So this is my happy place when I don't have guests. And you ladies can, just feel free if you want to hop in.
She's like, feel free to be happy in here.
There's bath products and things in your baskets in your rooms. You can feel free to use them in here.
So nice. I love it.
Pamper yourself, make yourselves at home. That's what Serenity Falls HomeStay is about. It's all about relaxation and rejuvenation. We're very chill here.
I mean, we could use just a little of that.
Okay, I'm thinking by this point of your trip, you need a little downtime. You just need a little zen.
Today, I am in the living room of Marie Romano's homestay, Serenity Falls. Marie, first of all, thank you so much for having my crew and I here on our 50-state tour. It's just so awesome, and I've been waiting for this moment to get here to see you, so thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you all for coming. I've been anxiously awaiting this too.
Tell everybody what your passion is.
Making people comfortable, making people feel at home. I love to entertain, I love to host, but I like to take care of people. So it's kind of just a natural progression. I'm a nurse, and this has always been a passion of mine.
Now, originally you were from New Jersey, right?
Yes.
And what happened? How did you end up here?
Well, Hurricane Sandy ripped through my home, ripped through my life and that of my family. My son and his fiance were devastated. We were devastated. It was the catalyst for much change in everyone's life. And because I could not go home and realized very quickly I was never going to go home again, it was probably time to make a new home. But there were other things since 2012 that sort of led to my eventual arrival here in beautiful Camden, Maine.
So did you have hesitations and challenges making that leap? I know that you love New Jersey, you have your family there.
That was the biggest challenge for me. I have two beautiful grandsons, and they are 5 and 2. And they are the air I breathe. And it was time for me to go, but it was really a very difficult decision because in coming up here, I made hours away from them. So that was the biggest challenge for me, was to come here and not be able to see them on a whim whenever I feel like it. So that was tough, but we FaceTime.
So what do you think you've learned about yourself through all of this? Like what kinds of things have you had to overcome?
I have had to overcome the fear of change. Change is a huge thing. I'm not always a fan of it. So I've learned to face that and to accept it and embrace it and all of the beautiful things that come with it. I have learned that I am strong and I am capable of anything, and I can do this.
What is a day here in the homestay like for you?
Busy. It's very busy. There's always a lot of cleaning, and attention to detail is very important, because when someone comes into your home, you want them to feel at home, but you also want them to think, oh, this is beautiful. So I am constantly, this home is ever changing week by week. I'm constantly updating, adding, shifting, changing, moving things from one place to another. But there's always a lot of work to be done here.
What is your favorite room in the house? Because I know tell everybody the 3 different rooms.
The rooms that are rentable are the oak, the ash, and the holly. So we have a little tree theme going here in nature land. I am very into nature, so it just seemed right. And we're surrounded by trees, so it just kind of seemed right to name the rooms after trees.
Which one is your favorite?
Oh, that's tough. That's a tough one. When I have no guests, I sleep in the oak room. So I think that's the biggest of the 3. So I have a little more room in there. But each room has its own feel and it has its own personality. And none of them are like the other 2. So everything here is very eclectic and very different.
Where do you think you got your passion to care for people? Where did that start for you?
I had sick parents growing up, so I spent a lot of time taking care of them, even as a young child. So it just became second nature to take care of people, and it just became part of who I am. So I just continued on with that. I became a nurse, and now I host visitors.
I know that you're also very crafty and creative.
I am.
What other things, because that's a thing, having this, I wonder, and I'm just taking a shot in the dark here, but I wonder if, your passion for creating things and being creative, design, the way you cook, the desserts you make, all of these types of things, you know, if that is also a big part of your passion and you're able to let these things converge.
They do converge very much. I'm having a wedding here next year. I'm having a small version of that wedding, a civil ceremony here next month, followed by a huge blowout on the property next August. And so I will be able to bring all of those things together, from the invitations straight through to the catering on to the wedding cake.
Exactly. See,
so stay tuned.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I see so many things about you here, you know?
Yes.
So what advice would you give people if they're pursuing a passion, if they have a passion they would like to pursue? What advice would you give?
Just walk fearlessly into it. If you don't do it now, when? There comes a time where if change is necessary, or your dreams, your goals, your passions are knocking on the door, answer the door. Because if you don't do it, if you just don't take that leap of faith now, you never will.
So many people have faced adversity and kind of let it bring them down, and you've used it to move you forward. What advice do you have on that front?
You cannot let anything dampen your spirit. You cannot allow anything, what upsets you, what angers you, what causes you fear, controls you. You have to control it.
How can people find your homestay?
I am listed on Airbnb in Camden, Maine. Remember my face. You'll see it there. But the rooms are listed as the Ash, the Oak, and the Holly room. And you can also find me at www.serenityfallshomestay.com.
Well, I want to thank you again for having us, and especially for the little baskets that you put in our rooms with our names on them with all sorts of goodies in them, which the baskets really are not that small. They're not that little. But that was so thoughtful. We really appreciate it, and we're so excited to spend this time with you.
I am so excited to host the three of you. This will be a great couple of days. And we're going to go lobstering.
I mean, seriously, lobster and a lobster bake. I can't even wait.
We are going to go out on a schooner tomorrow, and they lobster the old way, the way they used to 200 years ago. So they can't wait to meet all of you.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I talk to you, 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 and we love, and we hate, and we demonstrate. We try to relate. This is my breakthrough. Whoa. Said now, this is my